Hello everyone, welcome back to Partners DSC. Today we are going to solve a problem from Geeks for Geeks, min swaps to group ones. So the problem statement says you are given a binary array ARR consisting only of zeros and ones. Determine the minimum number of swaps required to group all the ones together in a contiguous subarray. So we need to note this contiguous subarray. A swap operation allows you to choose any two indices I and j and exchange their values, that is, we just swap their values. So if the array contains no ones, then we can just return -1, otherwise we need to find the swap. Let's take the first example, 10101. So here we can either swap this one and put it here, and all this will become 1. So that's one swap operation. We can just put this one here and this 0 will come here, and put this one here, that will be a 2 swap. Or we can just move this one to here. From all of this, like, the minimum is 1. So this is the first example, 1 0 1 0 1. So the possibilities are, we can swap these two first, so it will become 0 1 1 0 1, that is one swap. And now we can just swap these two, and that will be 0 1 1 1 0. This is one possibility, but this have a swap of 2. Now the other possibility is, we can move this 1 to here, so that in one swap it will be 0 0 1 1 1. So this is happened in one swap. Now what are the possibilities? We can move this 1 to here or here, and then move this one, so that will give us a total of 2 swaps, but we already saw one answer with one swap. What about this? We are swapping this 1 and this 0, and we will get 0 0 1 1 1 in one swap. So the minimum, we need to find the minimum from all of this, so 1 will be the answer in this particular scenario. What about this? Here there is no 1 at all. If there is no 1, there is a special statement provided in the problem, that is to return -1. So that's the case here. What about this? 1 0 1 0 1 1. If we check here, we can move this 1 here, so it will be 1 1 0 0 1 1. Then we can move this 1 here, then it will be 1 1 1 0 0 1, and finally we can move this here, then it will be 1 1 1 1 0 0. This will contribute to a total of basically 1 2 3 swaps. Let's see whether there is any better answer. What if we swap this 1 and this 0? If we do that in that combination, it will be 0 0 1 1 1 1. So all ones are grouped together. So let's make some observations. So basically we need to know how many number of ones are present, so that we can easily have an early exit condition. If the total number of ones is 0, we can just return -1, because we don't want to further check anything or do the logic. What is the other thing? So no ones, return -1. Now suppose we have x number of ones, then after grouping, suppose we have some zeros here and we have some x ones, or 1 1 1, then again 0. Suppose we have 3 number of ones, let this x is equal to 3. in that scenario, if you notice, we will be forming a subarray of size 3 where we have all ones grouped together. So maybe like this might be like we were having some 0 here and the 1 was here. This, consider this as our initial array. So at the end of the day, we will be forming a subarray of size whatever be the number of ones present, and in that subarray all of them will be 1. So our problem will boil down like find the longest subarray with most number of ones. So in this particular case, this particular subarray of size 3, find the longest, it's not the longest subarray, find the subarray of size x with most number of ones. So if you see here, this is a subarray of size x, here 3, here we have 1 appearing one time. This is another subarray, this is another subarray, and if we check here, this subarray have 2 ones and the rest is surely zeros. So we have maximum number of ones in this particular subarray. So it is always optimal for us to just remove the remaining zeros in this particular subarray that is having most number of ones. So our answer will be, the swaps count will be, first we will find the subarray of size x with most number of ones, then our answer will be x minus max or the most number of or the count of ones. So this will give us the count of 0. Basically it will be the total count of 0 in that subarray, and that will give us the answer basically. So that's the whole problem. So let's try to code this up. So basically we can have some checks. If our array is null or array.length is 0, we can just return 0. If length is just 1, we can just see. If array is 0, we can return -1. Otherwise no swap is required. The first number is already 1. Now this length is basically length is equal to array.length. Now we can count the number of ones. So total ones is equal to find total ones from array. It's just a helper function which will basically find how many number of ones are present is array. So let's have count is equal to 0 for in from array count plus equal to none. Since there are only ones and zeros, we can safely do this operation, simply add up whatever the number here, because adding 0 will not increase the count, only the count increases if we see a 1, and that will be the total number of ones, which is what we required. So we can avoid unnecessary if and else condition checking. If num is equal to 1, then increment count by 1, else do nothing. So return count. So we have total number of ones. Now we need to see if total ones is 0. If total ones is 0, we can just directly return -1. Now we can have the sliding window kind of a setup. So int left is equal to 0, right is equal to 0. We need to find the min swap or minimum swap needed, which can be we can have some maximum value length plus 1, and current window max ones. Let's have it as 0. Now we can have while right is less than length, let's have the current number of ones, current ones 0 will be current ones plus equal to let's also store the current number equal to array of right, and current ones plus equal to current num. Now if right minus left plus 1 is greater than, so we are looking for a subarray of size total number of ones. So if right minus left plus 1 is greater than total ones, then we need to shrink our window. So slide our window. So we will move the left num. So array of left, we need to reduce the current num, and we can do left plus plus. Now if our right minus left plus 1 is equal to total ones, equal to total ones, then we need to see minimum swap needed equal to mat dot min of minimum swap needed, comma, so we need to also track this current window maximum ones is equal to mat dot max of current window maximum ones, comma, the current ones, and this will be total ones minus current window max ones, and we can increase our right and finally return minimum swap needed. So basically this, we are not making use of any extra space complexity, so the space complexity will be big of 1 here. Cases time complexity, we are iterating through the array ones to find the total number of ones, so it will be a big of n time complexity here, and we are again traversing through the array ones to do the sliding window operation, so it is also a big of n. So altogether the time complexity will be big of n and the space complexity will be big of 1. Let's try to submit this problem to see if there is any kind of an error. So this gives 1. Let's also go for 1 0 1 0 1 1. Okay, that is giving us a wrong answer. So current one is plus equal to current num. If our window is exceeded, okay, here it has to be left num. Okay, let's try to submit it. Okay, so this is basically the problem. This it's just a direct application of sliding window, where we need to find the window is fixed to total number of ones, and in that total number of ones window size, we need to find that subarray which is having maximum number of ones, because then only small number of zeros will be present that can be easily swapped with any other ones present outside the window. So the total number of zeros present inside that particular subarray will be our final answer. So thank you.